a video on how I scalp with the smooth moving average. As a heads up, I use the 50, the 200, and the 21. Those are your different ones that are in here. I'm going to kind of show you how it works with Bitcoin. As most of you guys know, I like to scalp a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum moves, and then, swing trade more of the Forex pairs and, and intraday with the indices and stuff like that. This is a big trade for Bitcoin that I got in. There's a lot of reasons why, but one of the biggest ones is there was information coming out basically about how there was going to be a dump. 20,000 Ethereum was moved from one wallet to the next in order to pay employees. It was just sort of that time of year where employees start to get paid out of a lot of these different blockchain / tech companies, and of course they get paid in the currency that's available to them. So if you own a crypto and you have people working for you, you can pay them in crypto, right? So they did that. A lot of that got changed to fiat, and it created the beginning of the dump. I chased it all the way down for a lot of different reasons. On my MetaTrader 4, there was actually a big gap left here, no candle gap. And generally speaking, when you see stuff like that, those gaps are always going to be closed. So I took the sell. I took, basically you can see what levels I was looking at where I took profits. And then at this point on, I had about 25% of my total trade left and just kind of carried it to the take profit, which was awesome. Really good. Took this one on my funded account, and obviously that went really well for the funded account. So, but I digress. I'm gonna take this off, and we're gonna go and change it up a little bit and look at some lower time frames. And we'll start with the 15-minute. I use this on my phone more than I do on my computer. I think it's just easier to kind of read. And let's see. Basically what we're looking for is not necessarily situations in which, okay, cool, like our SMAs have crossed and we know that we can buy or sell at that point, right? That's, something that definitely occurs, but that's not something that I'm looking for in these situations. What I'm looking for when I'm scalping Bitcoin or Ethereum, any cryptos, or really anything with this sort of specific setup with these SMAs is basically, so in this case, our two here, our red and our yellow, is the change in price on a daily basis, right? It's just, where average price basically is. Yellow is the overall momentum of the trend. So we're down, up, down, right? So this is kind of what we're looking for in these situations is one of a few things. What we're looking for mainly is to see how price acts when it gets to these little indicators that we have and how to trade them. Not a whole ton of great opportunities here. On the drop, what we're looking for is situations like this, right, where we see it basically we're above here, and we now know we have some sort of breakout occurring. It's falling back into this area, which there has been a lot of buying and selling pressure, and it comes up, fails, comes up, fails, comes up, fails. We're in for a sell. You obviously can ride this way down. I didn't. I rode it to like right here on this little scalp. But that's kind of what we're looking for. We want to wait and see what happens when when all three of these actually line up together. Really, really good view of it right here. So this is, say we are like, okay, cool, our line's crossed. We're going to get in for a sell and hold it. Kudos. You can hold that. Man, you're doing great if you can. Say you don't get this entry, right? and the move starts. Comes up here, okay? Breaks our SMA. Boom. Rejects off our red line here. Okay, cool. Comes back down to an area in which it has rejected before and gone back up. Comes back up. We got a bullish candle. Hits here, rejects again. Okay, coming back down. Third time, all the way up. Comes up. We get the next rejection candle. This is your third time in a row that you've seen it reject right on here. 3 times is a charm, guys. Almost always, right? Take a sell. Selling here, scalping it. Boom. This thing drops down. We start to see this pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Take your profits. You got a nice little scalp there, right? Runs all the way back up. Say you took your profits, right? This pushes up. Boom. Rejects again off of one of the SMAs. Starts to push back down. Another sell location for a scalp. Scalping. So 250 and the 21. And you're looking for this. You're looking for massive wick rejections off of these SMAs in order to take buys or sells. Basically utilizing them as support or resistance. In this situation, right, we have it coming all the way down, breaks back up, comes down, rejects off of our bottom line this time, comes up, rejects off an SMA again. Good spot probably for a buy. Comes back up, hits our top one, rejects it again, and take profit right here. All right, so say you just took this little move. This is Bitcoin from 56.9 to 58.3. So say you just cut it at 58, right? I mean, that's a $2,000, $1,500 move or whatever on Bitcoin. That's quite a bit, depending on the lot size you're using. So small stuff like that. This is on the 15-minute. Let's break it down to the 5-minute. And where's our chart? Skirt. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. And when I finally get this up here and the appropriate sizing, you'll see it's a lot of the same stuff. Breaks, comes up. We got the rejections right in here. Breaks through. Okay. Retests, rejects, selling. Taking profits. Comes back up, retests, rejects, sell. This one probably would have faked us out of the move right here, right? But guess what? Look at the wicks. Look at all those wicks in there. I mean, it's super evident on the 15-minute, on the 5 and the 1 minute, I'm sorry. But you just know, like, price is struggling. It's gassing out right here. We're getting some serious rejections. Back down it goes. Okay. Brings up right here, right? See this candle right here? Pushes up, rejects, wicks down, wicks down, wicks down, wicks down, wicks down, wicks down. Sell the fucking thing. And if you're worried about it, put a stop loss just above here. Just a handful of pips above, and then boom, it tanked. You got to really understand kind of how price action works. Be comfortable with the chart patterns and the different kind of wicks that basically exist, but it's a cute little scalping pattern that I've found that works. I think we're going to see, this continue to go down. I have 45 marked for a reason, guys. So, yep, I think that's maybe what we'll see next with Bitcoin. I really hope not, though, obviously, because I'm invested like most of y'all probably are. I'd love to see it, skyrocket to 200K. But so that's just kind of like a cute little way to scalp. It works on all 3 time frames that I mentioned before, the 1, the 5, and the 15. If you really want to get some ridiculous entries, like what people want to call sniper entries and stuff like that, the 1 minute with this is really, really good. It's just that you have to realize when you get your entry on the 1 minute, you want to bust it down to the 5 or the 15 to see where you're really going, because it's hard to look at 1 minute candles every minute and hope for basically the best. But it's kind of how it works with that. It works with gold decently. Another pair I like to scalp with is GU. For people that know, my trading journey or whatever and all that kind of stuff is concerned, they know that I have taken a lot of trades on GBP USD. So here we are on the 1 minute, and you know, look at this right here. Look at this. We got some consolidation, right? It looks like kind of gassing out a little bit on the downward trend, a little bit, right? We got big dump, up, rejects, up, breaks through, right? Rejects, up, rejects. We got 1, 2, third kind of, but not really. 1, 2, 3 spots in which we've seen it, you know, come down and reject back up. So wouldn't be surprised if we see it break through right here. This is actually probably a really good spot to take a buy, throw our SL down here. You know, what is that, 10, 15 pip stop loss? It's really good. And then we're looking to probably clear out half the move at least, so probably shoot it for up here. So, which is cute on the 1 minute. That's how you catch, you know, 20 pips a day. You can just do it with that. On the 4 hour, looking kind of the same. Looking like a really good spot actually for a buy. So, yeah, that's sort of how I use the scalping method. Like I said before, it's the 50 and the 200 and the 21 SMA. And you're just looking for wick rejections on your different SMAs to get in for buys and sells. This is a strategy I use more on my phone, just by the way. So keep an eye out for that one. And hopefully you guys get a better understanding of how that works. It's definitely more for the advanced scalpers, but practice it on your demos, backtest it, and you know, get comfortable with it and start noticing some of the setups that you're looking for. You know, for buys and sells, and it'll really help. And if anything, it'll really help with the entries too, and especially if you're looking for reversals and patterns and stuff like that. Like, you can break it down onto the really smaller time frames and take advantage of it. So hopefully this helped. You know, obviously, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Reach out to me, and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot, guys.